Now, let me tell you the biggest mistake that many parents make or are even making. And this mistake end up costing the children the best time they needed for treatment. At first, parents notice that something is not right with their children. Maybe the child is not responding very well when they call him, he's not turning, he's not pointing at anything when he wants to talk about something, or he's not even making the necessary movement or hitting the normal milestones other children are making. And the parents notice that. But the mistake they make there, and the mistake is very simple, it's waiting that something, hoping that something will happen, that somehow children will change in the future. But the brutal truth and the saddest part is that actually it end up not being the way they had hoped. Let me explain what is happening when something like that happens. At an early age, the brain is forming a new neural network, is forming in a connection. So if you notice your child is not making a speech, is not hitting the normal milestones other children are making, it shows that something is not right with body-brain communication. And the best time to actually make an intervention is that time when you actually realize that. But many parents make a mistake which I can call like not taking your child to school until he's 15 years, hoping that the mathematics, English, biology, and everything maybe he will run in school, that it will just come naturally. Of course, that is not going to happen. And now, if you take your child to school when he's already 15 years or 20 years, and you take him to primary one, he's not going to achieve anything of himself. Now, the same goes to children. Let me call it, let's say there is a problem, there's a gap with speech, and the child is not making the speaking the necessary sentences like other kids, and maybe is just making sounds. So it means there is a gap in communication between the body and the brain. Now, the more you wait, and the child is, you've noticed that at 2 years, and the child at 2 years should be having at least 50 words or 30 words in his vocabulary. And you've just noticed that. And instead of taking him for intervention, for Kunga therapy, for speech therapy, because Kunga therapy, of course, fixes that body-brain connection. And also speech therapy helps your child actually to now get used to making speech. So when you don't do any of those, and the child is 2 years, and you wait to do it until he's 7, if the gap was like this, you are going to take your child for intervention when the gap is like this. What are you going to achieve? You're not going to achieve the same results you would have gotten. And with research, with a lot of emerging research, it has been found that actually when the children get intervention at an early age, many children actually end up joining normal schools. Many children end up actually hitting every milestone other children are doing. But when you wait until the child is 7, until the child is 10, and many parents actually make this mistake, either by believing what other people are saying, because there are also some of our friends who don't want us to tell things we don't want to hear. And someone will tell you, even my child was like this. Even there's a neighbor, the child was like that, and the child ended up getting well. But the person is lying. He just wants to tell you what you want to hear. But when you realize that something is not going well, there's a problem, there's communication gap between body and brain, and that's why the child is not making speech, the necessary speech he should be making at his age. He's not making the necessary movement, he's not standing, maybe he should be standing. And at that moment, when you notice that, that's when you should start, you should take your child for intervention. But the parents end up making that mistake, not because they wanted it, but because they have that yearning, that hope that maybe something will change on its own. But with these problems, you as a parent, you need to do something. We've talked a lot about the tips of things that you can do at home to support your child, but also do those things. Try Kunga therapy, try speech therapy, and if your child is happening to be below 4 years, my friend, your child can be able even to join normal schools in the near future.